Hello everybody, so today I'm going to be talking about hypothesis testing from 8.2, which is pretty much the basics of hypothesis testing. The reason why I chose this one for today is because it's the easiest one for me to understand and also explain. So the question is up on the screen, and it's in 1997. A survey of 980 households showed that 164 of them used email. Used those sample results to test a claim that more than 15% of households use email. Use a 0.05 significance level. Use this information to answer the following questions. So, for A, I already have the answer up, which is the null hypothesis is P equals 0.15, and the alternative hypothesis is P is greater than 0.15. The reason why it's greater than is because it says in the question that to test the claim that more than 50% of households use email, so we're trying to test the claim for that the answer be greater than. So, this is the second question is what is a test statistic? So to be able to find the test statistic today, we're going to be using P hat equals X divided by N. Okay? And to be able to get P hat equals X divided by N, our X is 164 and our N is 980, which I also have on the screen already. So let me just clear this off really quick. Okay, and so to be able to do that, we're going to go 164 divided by 980. Okay, I do have a calculator right next to me, so I'm just going to plug that into my calculator really quick. And I got 0.1673 5. Okay. So now that we have our P hat, which is our P hat, okay, to be able to find the test statistic, we are going to be using Z equals P hat minus P divided by the square root of P and then parentheses, that's times 1 minus P. And then in parentheses, and then we divide that by N. So we have our P hat, we have our P, and then our N, we also have that, which is 980. So to plug this all into the equation, it will be P hat, so that's 0.1673 minus 0.15. Okay, and then we divide that by the square root of 0.15 times, we're just going to do 1 minus 0.15 really quick, just so we don't have to have the extra step. So we go, in my calculator I'm putting 1 minus 0.15, which gives us 0.85. 0.85, and we're going to divide that all by n, which is 980. Okay? So when we plug this all into my calculator, it goes 0.16735 minus 0.15, and we will divide that all by the square root of 0.15 times 0.85 and divide that by 980, which so when I plug this into the calculator, it says to round 2 decimal places, so my z equals 1.52. So that would be the answer for this question right here. So it's z equals 1.52. So lowercase c. There we go. And to be able to find the p-value, I use Excel, and I actually will plug in my 1.52 with using normal distribution. So I get 1.52 Sorry about that. Seems that it kind of went weird, but I do use normal distribution, and it's 1.52. That gives me so I got 0. Let's see. So I got 0.936 because it does say to round 3 decimal places, but to actually get the p-value, you have to subtract that by 1. So it's actually going to be 1 minus 0.936. Let me bring up my whiteboard again so I can do that. And so it's 1 minus 0.936. And when I subtract that in my calculator, the actual p-value will equal 0.064. So now for the conclusion part, it will be, so what is the conclusion? So it's there is not sufficient evidence to support the claim that more than 15% of households use email. The reason why there is not sufficient evidence is because the p-value is smaller than 15%. But then it's also bigger than our significant level, which is 0.05%. So there's not enough. There's not sufficient evidence. Sorry. And so the conclusion, is the conclusion valid today? And that would be no. The conclusion is not valid today because the population characteristics of the use of emails are changing rapidly, which is also completely true. So I hope that this helped you guys be able to solve hypothesis testing, or at least the basics of it. I hope you enjoyed my video, and yeah, that's all for today.